You know, another thing is carriers. You ready? All right. Hello, I'm Nelson Pereyra from bnetTV. Welcome to the 4G World in Chicago 2011. And with us is Amir Zoufonoun, who's the CEO and founder of Exalt. How are you doing, sir?
Doing fine, thank you.
Let's talk backhaul microwave.
Great. That's what we do.
Can you talk to us about your company and what role your company plays in the ecosystem?
Sure. As you know, this particular segment has been around for a long time, about 4 decades now, where people have used microwave links to connect buildings, to connect cell towers, and basically connect or transport video, audio, other types of data from one point to the other. We are the latest entrant in this market, actually. We're a pretty young company. We're 7 years old. And the part of the ecosystem that we play in is basically in the actual backhaul, aggregated backhaul of the traffic.
A lot of people and a lot of our viewers pretty much don't understand the fact that as data communication, high-speed data communication, 3G and 4G gets deployed, one of the trends that we are finding is that the large, fast deployment is not done because of the fiber infrastructure that is in the ground. It's done because of the high deployment of microwave networks.
That's right. People are realizing over the past 12 to 18 months, I would say, people are realizing that microwave all of a sudden is a way to speed up network deployment. Because a lot of easy fiber has gone in, and
yes,
any new fiber that has to go in is usually more difficult or more costly, and it's not cost effective. Due to zoning issues, it could take up to 9-12 months sometimes to make a connection using fiber. So microwave has become very popular recently at the C-levels of carrier organizations. And with microwave, first of all, the cost of it follows something very close to Moore's law. So the functionality is going up all the time, the cost is going down all the time. Whereas fiber has reached an asymptote of about $100,000 to $200,000 a mile.
Correct.
So the gap between the two is huge, and people are realizing that microwave is actually now a very nice complementary solution to existing fiber. So we see a lot of hybrid fiber microwave networks that are being deployed as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, if you see the Metro PCS of the world out there where they go and jump into cities where they have no real estate whatsoever, in terms of their offering a cell phone solution, their solution has been a straight solution where they don't own the real estate in the ground, but they can deploy their own provider solution by deploying microwave.
That's exactly right. As long as you can have access to a rooftop or tower space, and typically you can lease the space anyway, yes, you can put up an antenna, and the radio equipment is becoming small enough that you can basically house it right next to the antenna. We have these all outdoor radios these days, very, very small footprint, power over Ethernet, and you basically bring one single cable, Cat5 cable, into the building in the IT closet, connected to the router or switch, and you're done. So this is very, very quick, and you do not have to own anything effectively, and you can be in a market very rapidly.
And another thing where I think a lot of providers already have footprints in the cities out in this country and everywhere in the world, is that microwave plays another role, which is if you have a customer base in an area and for some reason or other you have a loss of communication due to an emergency or a fiber break in your infrastructure, deploying a microwave solution takes less than hours with a solution coming from your company where they can be up and running and keeping their customer happy by having a company such as yours deploy their infrastructure.
That's exactly right. We've had a number of disaster situations where communications infrastructure has been wiped out in a particular area, a city, where we've had a surge of purchase orders come in for new equipment, new microwave equipment to go in, and very rapidly they've deployed the equipment and kept their customers happy and kept communications going.
So Exalt can become not just an infrastructure builder, but also a emergency on-call service repair company.
Disaster recovery.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great application for that. Yeah, these radios, you know, are very rapid to deploy these days. You know, these are not your grandmother's radios. These are radios that, you know, literally within minutes you can turn them up. You know, you can literally, in the same day you can set up a
like
link.
A plug and play.
Plug and play, you know, in the same day, which is, you know, phenomenal when you think about the power that has in terms of bringing a network up, you know, from a state of absolutely, you know, dead, all the way up to everything is up and running again. That can be done with microwave.
Being a young company as yourself, and actually being at the right time, because it is 7, 8 years ago, when data throughput has started to increase in the mobile market.
Correct.
And it has peaked from that point on. So pretty much your company is very well positioned on the right ecosystem.
We're very excited about what's going on. You know, if you look at the trends for mobile data, the growth rate is 92% CAGR right now, which is incredible. And we're talking about exabytes at that rate of growth.
Sure.
So the amount of data that's being generated in these networks is just, you know, unprecedented. And in order to handle that data, a lot more base stations have to be deployed. A lot of the current cells have to be split into many, many more cells. And in each one of these new locations, you know, by and large, there is no access to fiber. And again, new fiber is very expensive, you know, it takes a long time to deploy. So microwave is a great solution. We don't believe that fiber is going to go away. We believe there's a combination of two makes a lot of sense.
No, it is. And I believe that the networks that are today and tomorrow are going to be a combination of many different mediums.
Correct.
And having said that, my understanding that your company has a global coverage, pretty much.
Correct. Yeah, we're you know, we are a U.S.-based company with headquartered in Silicon Valley, but we have a global network, distribution network. We're in EMEA, we're in CALA, we're in APAC markets, and expanding in all those regions. We're signing up partners as we speak, and expanding our own, you know, sales and support people around the world. In both enterprise and carrier markets. Enterprise is also very interesting because it has very similar dynamics to the mobile carrier networks, you know, whether it's camera backhaul for homeland security applications or just building-to-building connectivity.
Wall Street is a good example. They have their offices in the Manhattan area and they have their buildings across the Hudson River.
Correct.
They always need to have a backup solution.
Absolutely.
More important, what's new in your company and what brings you to 4G World?
So we've been at 4G World now for a few years. We've been coming to this show. What brings us here is that it's a very focused show. It's a small environment, you know, as compared to the larger shows like CTIA. This is very focused. You don't see a lot of handsets or anything like that here. It's more on infrastructure. You actually see a lot of backhaul.
Absolutely, yeah,
you know, companies that provide backhaul solutions. So it's a very focused show. And you know, we've had very good traction. That's why we're here.
Well, Amir, thanks so much for spending time with us. As always, backhaul is always one of my favorite topics, and I'm very glad that I have this time to talk to you today.
Great, thank you very much.
And this is Nelson Pereyra from bnetTV, and with us was Amir Zoufonoun, who is the CEO and founder of Exalt. And once more, the industry is changing, as we spoke before. The network of tomorrow is a combination of many mediums, and your company will be there to meet that demand.
Thank you.
Thank you.